Okay, so I'm going to walk you through how to post new ad copy to Bing. So the process is pretty similar for Google. So when you open up Bing Ads Editor, you want to make sure you open up the right account. So here I should have Reebok added, but if you don't see it, you have to click add and then type in the username and password. But we don't need to. So this is already downloaded. So I'm going to find the Reebok search account. So this is Reebok paid search. I'm going to click open. So this account's open, but you always have to hit get recent changes, and you need to do that to make sure you're always downloading the data that exists basically on the cloud, I guess you could say. So usually what I do, rather than downloading all campaigns, I do download campaigns I select, and then I choose active, because you'll see that when I chose active, there's only 40 versus 230. So you don't really need to download stuff that's inactive. So I clicked select campaigns I select 40, then clicked OK, select active, then click OK. You are unsubscribing to campaigns which may contain unposted data. I think that's okay, although sometimes those conflicting changes can mess things up. I think because we're only editing active campaigns, we should be fine. So right now what's happening is it's downloading all the data from the cloud. So what I'm gonna get ready here is the template for upload. So when you upload keywords, you have to arrange them in this order with campaign, ad group, keyword, landing page in this order. The match type is already inside the keyword, so you can see the plus equals broad match modified, whereas the bracket means it's exact. Now in Bing, I don't know, sometimes you need to add a column. We might have to add a column that says broad and exact, but we can try it this way first without including a match type column. So let's go into Bing Editor. Okay, so all the changes are downloaded. It tells you there was 248 ad groups. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Keywords tab, and then the Keywords tab, I'm going to click this button here that says Make Multiple Changes. So you click Add and Update Multiple Keywords, and then at the top you click this button that says My Keyword Data Includes Campaigns and Ad Groups. And then basically what you have to do is you paste the data in from this tab, and you paste that into Bing Editor. Now, I believe we may have to add a match type column, so rather than complicate things, I'm going to add it right now. So I'm just going to call this broad. Anything with the plus is going to be broad. So you can actually see where it says BMM. That means broad match modified. So it just means the column should say broad, but the keyword should contain the plus sign. So then I'm going to copy this down to anything that has BMM next to it. And then anything that has exact next to it, I'm going to do that. So that's going to be the match type there. Okay. So now we have campaign, ad group, keyword, match type, or sometimes they call it criterion type, and landing page. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go into Bing Ads Editor, and then I'm back to this page, and I'm going to hit paste right here. So then what you do is you click Edit Headings, and you make sure that let's see it right here, this is bolded. It's using like the top row as like a header name rather than just like the first row. So let's see how I can fix that. Let's say multiple changes. Paste, edit headings. Okay, so it looked like it works. So the way that I did that, I'll repeat it, is I'm on the keywords tab, then I hit make multiple changes, add, update multiple keywords. I hit this button that said make sure this is selected. My keyword data includes campaigns and ad group names. Then I click insert headings. I paste the data, and then I click edit headings. And then here is where I make sure that everything is named appropriately. So this is our campaign name. This is our ad group name. This is our keyword. This is our match type. Now this column is incorrectly named because it says bid. This is actually the final URL. And these other ones can be not importing because we don't have any other data for these columns. So they just ignore them if there's no data. So these are going to be non-importing. So select all these, not importing. We can add the bids in later. see, not importing. So now you click next. It's processing the data. So now here's where you check to see what changes were made. So we added 4 new ad groups, basically one for each, two different, like a non-brand and a brand ad group, and then within there was 2 different match types. So basically 4 new ad groups and 12 new keywords. So that change looks good to me. And the way that you check that is you look for anything that's bolded. So now if I go to the account level here and then I sort by the delta label, you can see this plus and everything that's bolded shows stuff that's been added. So you just want to spot check it and make sure the match types are correct. There's no bids assigned currently. The keywords look okay. You look inside this campaign, there should be new ad groups loaded, which are right here. So to me, that upload looks fine. Now look, when I check this, they're all broad match, they're all exact match. So the keywords look good to me. So now what we need to do is we need to go handle the ads. So now we're going to go to the ads tab. So down, you can ignore the top section, but down here what I did is I basically replicated. We have 3 versions of ads per ad group. And what I had to do is I had to like get all the ad group names. So there's like a non-brand exact, a non-brand BMM, and a brand exact and a brand BMM. And then, you know, the non-brand campaign and the brand campaign. So from left to right, the columns are campaign, ad group, ad description 1, ad description 2, ad description 3. I actually have to remove this exclamation point because they wouldn't accept it due to punctuation that's against the capitalization rules. So now everything from left to right is basically campaign, ad group, and I'll show you the order. So let's see, let's copy this. Now let's go into the text editor again. Then we go to the, let's go to the ads and extensions. So these ads are called expanded text ads, which is like the standard type of ad that's running. So you go to expanded text ads, you click make multiple changes, and you add update expanded text ads. Now we do the same thing. Insert headings, edit headings. Actually, let's go back. Let's paste this in here. And then we go to edit headings. Now we go campaign ad group, title 1, title 2, title 3. Text is the same as description line 1. Now we're going to change these because these are part of the display URL. They're called path 1. These are part of the display URL, path 1 and path 2. And then let's see why this URL looks, why does that URL? This should be final URL. I just don't know why it's only showing, I think it's just cut off. That should be the full URL though. See how it just says HTTPS? I don't know why that is. I think it's just cutting off the rest of the, let's say, not importing. Importing. Okay, so then we hit next. It's processing your data. Before you process these changes, you want to make sure that they match what changes you're trying to make. So you'll see that you'll see here that there was 12 new text ads changed. Added, 12, which is correct because there's 3 ad groups. There's 4 new ad groups with 3 different new ads. So that looks correct. So then you could close. And then, so now I only have 30 seconds using this program. So now I'm going to hit get recent changes one time. Well, no, first off, one thing you have to do is now there's no bid set at the ad group level. So you need to set the bids at the ad group level. So I'm probably going to get cut off here, but I'll show you. So basically you have to set the bids at the new ad groups because there was new ad groups set up. And then once you do that, then